Today is the start of a new adventure for me. Exploring the Bible in verse and song here on YouTube for others that want to explore the Bible also. I am standing here in front of the Clark Street Methodist Church on the east side of Toledo, Ohio. This is where I was born and raised until my family moved to Waterville, Ohio in 1956. For me, my Christian journey started right here, in Sunday school and adult church. We were taught from God's Word, and the best way, for me, to remember what was taught was to sing the songs I learned. Is there really anyone out there that does not know the alphabet song? I could remember the songs easier than the words I was taught. When Mom or Dad would ask, "What did you learn in church today?" and they always did, I would sing them a song. So today we're going to start this journey together, in front of this church where it all started for me. With the first chapter in the Bible, Genesis chapter 1 in the King James Version. I am going to read through chapter 1 first. Then I have a song about God's beginnings for us. That is for all of us that remember songs better than teaching. Then we will have a short discussion of our beginnings. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to receive updates. Comments are welcome. Remember in 1 Thessalonians 5:11, King James Version, "Wherefore comfort yourselves together, and edify one another, even as also ye do." In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind. and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to every thing that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.
In the beginning there was no light. The world lay silent in the depth of night. Then spoke the Word with power and grace. Let there be light, and light took place. And God said, and it was so. Waters divided, the winds did blow. He formed the earth and skies above, all by the power of his voice and love. He called the day, and night was named. The evening and morning order proclaimed. A firmament stretched through heaven wide, dividing the waters on every side. And God said, and it was so. Waters divided, the winds did blow. He formed the earth and skies above, all by the power of his voice and love. He gathered the seas to let dry land show. Grass and the trees began to grow, seed after kind, in color so grand. Beauty and life spread over the land. He placed the lights in the heavens high, the sun for the day, the moon for the night sky. Stars he scattered with radiant flare, signs for the seasons hanging in air. And God said, and it was was so. Waters divided, the winds did blow. He formed the earth and skies above, all by the power of his voice and love. He filled the seas with creatures that glide. Birds in the sky began to ride, each with a purpose, perfect design, blessed by the Maker, called good and fine. Then beasts and cattle roamed the field, from jungle deep to harvest yield. He shaped them all with sovereign hand, each kind of life on sea and land. And God said, and it was so. Waters divided, the winds did blow. He formed the earth and skies above, all by the power of his voice and love. Then in his image man was made, with soul and breath his plan displayed, to rule the earth, the sea, the air, to walk with God in love and care. The heavens and earth were fully arrayed, creation done, his glory displayed. He rested then, the work complete, and called it good, so pure, so sweet. And God said, and it was so. Let all creation his wonders know. We lift our voices, hearts above, to praise the Maker, the God of love. And God said, and it was so. Let all creation his wonders know. We lift our voices, hearts above, to praise the Maker, the God of love.
Today, we're embarking on a journey through one of the most iconic texts in history, the creation story from Genesis 1.
That's right. This narrative isn't just foundational for many religious beliefs, but it also raises some intriguing questions about existence and our place in the universe.
Absolutely. Let's dive right in. The story starts with, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. It's such a powerful opening. What do you think sets the tone for the rest of the text?
I think it emphasizes the idea of a deliberate act of creation. It's not just chaos, there's intention behind it. And then it describes how the earth was without form and void. What does that say to you about the state of the world before creation?
It suggests a blank canvas, doesn't it? And then we see the Spirit of God moving upon the waters, which adds this dynamic element. It implies that even in emptiness, there's potential.
Exactly. And then God commands, "Let there be light." This moment is often interpreted as the introduction of order and clarity. How do you interpret this shift from darkness to light?
I see it as a metaphor for enlightenment and understanding. Light often symbolizes knowledge, so it makes sense that it would be the first thing created. Moving forward, we see God dividing light from darkness, calling them day and night. It's fascinating how those concepts intertwine with the cycles of our lives.
Absolutely. And as we progress through the days of creation, each element seems to build upon the last. For instance, on the third day, God creates land and vegetation. What do you think the significance of that is?
It's about establishing life. The earth brings forth grass and trees, which are essential for sustaining life. It highlights an interconnection between the earth and living beings. Speaking of life, the creation of animals on the fifth day is also quite interesting.
Right. God creates living creatures and commands them to be fruitful and multiply. It shows that life is meant to thrive. But then we reach a pivotal moment when God decides to create humankind. What do you think about the phrase, "Let us make man in our image"?
That's a profound statement. It raises questions about identity and purpose. If we're made in the image of God, it implies we have a responsibility to reflect those qualities in our lives. Plus, the concept of dominion over the earth adds another layer of responsibility.
Exactly. It's a call to stewardship rather than exploitation. And at the end of the creation, God looks at everything and declares it very good. It's a moment of satisfaction and completion. What does that say about the overall message of creation?
It suggests a harmonious and intentional universe where everything has its place and purpose. It's a beautiful conclusion to a profound narrative. As we wrap up our discussion, what do you think is the key takeaway from Genesis 1?
For me, it's the idea of intentionality in creation. It encourages us to reflect on our role in the world and how we relate to both the environment and each other.
Well said. And I believe it also emphasizes the beauty of diversity within creation, from the smallest plants to the vast heavens. Thank you all for joining us today as we explored Genesis 1. We hope this conversation sparked some thoughts for you.
Don't forget to subscribe and join us next time as we continue to explore more fascinating stories and their implications in our lives today. Until then, take care